Wow, stories.
Am I the idiot for ruining my sister's boyfriend's proposal? This is a throwaway because I don't want my family to find this. I, female 26, was invited to my grandparents' 54th wedding anniversary along with the rest of my family. My, female 28, sister brought along her, male 39, boyfriend, which wasn't unusual as they've been dating for 3 years now. I've never liked him due to their large, emo age difference. It's just always been really awkward being around him, which may be my fault as I've been cold to him. Our parents don't seem to have any issues with him. Anyways, at their anniversary dinner, my grandpa gave a speech about my grandma, which was really sweet. After his speech, my sister's boyfriend stood up and started tearing up and talking about how much he loved my sister. He then got down on one knee and proposed to her. I thought that this was really weird as it was my grandparents' anniversary dinner and it was supposed to be about them. I stood up and cleared my throat at them to try and send them the message that this was not the time or place. I know it probably wasn't up to me to say something, but I've never liked my sister's boyfriend and thought this was a really inappropriate setting. My sister's boyfriend then started yelling at me saying that I was ruining their special moment. My sister just stood next to him with her arms crossed. No one else said anything and we left immediately after. I feel like I've ruined my grandparents' anniversary and on top of that, made my sister and her boyfriend mad at me. Our mom and dad have yet to say anything, and I can't stop thinking about how awkward the whole situation was. Am I the idiot? Edit. For those asking, my sister's BF was her professor in college, and that's why I initially didn't like him. Edit 2. Sorry for not posting this edit earlier. This morning, my grandma sent out an email to everyone who attended their anniversary celebration. She said that the proposal had not been pre-approved by her and my grandfather, but that she hoped we could all move past such an awkward situation. She also left me a voicemail saying that she understood why I did what I did, and that she agrees with me, but in the future she would like to pass judgment at her own events. Thank you to everyone that commented. I understand that I was in the wrong here. I'm currently at work right now, but if anything else comes up, I'll update here. As for my sister and her boyfriend, not fiancé, they aren't engaged. Her boyfriend took back his proposal and claimed that he was drunk when he proposed. That might make more sense as to why he yelled at me. Everyone sucks here. Sister's boyfriend is an idiot for having the absolute audacity to make someone else's celebration about him. The yelling at you was ridiculous. The whole thing is just so gross and tacky. Sister is an idiot for going along with the above. I'd be livid and completely humiliated if I were her. You're an idiot for making an even bigger scene. Had you just let it play out, the anniversary celebration probably could have been salvaged. Your poor grandparents deserved better. Everyone sucks here, except Grandma and Grandpa. I think this is definitely coming off as more. You're not good enough for my sister, but I think it is a prick move to be so lazy or uncreative to try and steal an anniversary for a proposal. Find your own way to show your love. Your Grandma and Grandpa were having a beautiful moment enjoying the lives they have lived together. Although I would love to know what your parents and grandparents think of him proposing. I'm guessing they would have a better idea whether it was the right call or not. Am I the idiot for spending over $4,000 without conversing with my husband? I, female 27, have been married to my husband, male 29, for 3 years now. I am 4 months pregnant with our second child together. I am a stay-at-home mom to our first child, and my husband has a steady job and provides for our family. This has always been the case, and as we both come from traditional families, this has never been an issue. My husband also manages our money and budgets as he is more skilled at it than me, and I usually run large purchases through him to make sure it fits in with the budget. This week I started having some sharp back pains that seemed abnormal for pregnancy. This is my second child. After several days of horrible pain, I decided to go to the doctor one day and leave my daughter with my mom. The doctor did a general checkup and agreed that it is possible that the pain is separate from my pregnancy or could be caused by a pregnancy complication. Skipping the details, after that appointment and another a week later, services, an X-ray, medicine, and additional procedures quickly accumulated to a, Californian obviously, grand medical total of over $4,000. After all of this, my doctor didn't come to a super solid conclusion. Whenever I returned, I talked to my husband about possibly seeing another doctor because I was concerned about the severity of my now severe pains in several locations that were not allowing me to sleep. The doctor still insisted it wasn't pregnancy-related. As my husband and I conversed, I mentioned the current medical bill of $4,000 and asked if that would add up with another doctor's visit. My husband freaked out and started yelling, asking if I thought we had that kind of money just lying around and why I wouldn't ask him before agreeing to several of these optional procedures. I countered saying I thought we had an emergency fund and explaining how I never considered the doctor a big expense as it was always covered in my house. Our family insurance policies are interesting and do not cover nearly any of the money. My husband has been really upset and won't talk to me. He says that I shouldn't be going back to the doctor, saying that if I really had any real issues, the doctor would have already found it with all of the procedures I had done. Everyone sucks here. If you're in pain and pregnant enough to be worried to schedule this many appointments and tests at some point, you should have clued in your husband. I would feel betrayed if my husband had something big going on and didn't tell me. Your husband should want to make sure you and the baby are fine, though, despite the cost. Better to have a $4,000 plus bill than a dead wife and baby. No idiots here. It's medical related, so it's unavoidable. But your husband is rightfully upset about a $4,000 bill out of nowhere. This is more on the American healthcare system, but you and your husband need to sit down and figure out what kind of insurance you guys are on. See what's covered and go from there. This might just end up being a very expensive lesson on why you both need to be aware of the family finances. Am I the idiot for shouting at my girlfriend for giving away $110 to her coworker? I recently moved into a condo with my girlfriend Sam. We are getting by all right, but we are in no way wealthy, just better off than most. I take care of most of the finances for us because Sam doesn't like to talk about money. Every time I try to bring up our finances, Sam shuts down or she gets easily agitated. She is like this because her family used to fight over money a lot, and she doesn't want that for us. As a result, I have to watch our finances, and it's hard because she doesn't want to communicate this with me. I've been managing our finances, and I've noticed that we haven't been able to save as much as we'd like. We are saving for a trip in Florida. We have an outstanding bill that needs to be paid, the internet, and that will put us back a bit, but not by a heck of a whole lot. Sam invited her coworkers over to our house yesterday while I was out with my family. One of her coworkers, Daniela, was also there. Daniela's boyfriend passed away recently, and she has been struggling to take care of her and her kids. Sam decided to give Daniela $110 as she felt bad for her situation. I came home a few hours after everyone left, and Sam told me what she did. Sam thought I would have been very proud of her, but I was furious and she could see it. I tried very hard not to lose my temper, but then Sam said, "It is my money and it's my money to give." This really set me off, and I said, "Excuse me, but this is our money. We pooled our expenses together. I don't mind it if you gave her some of our coupons, $1.20 or some of the gift cards we have, but $110, what the frick is wrong with you?" Sam explained that $110 wasn't a lot of money, and that's when I told her that because of her action, we are no longer saving money. She then got mad, going into different directions, and she said things like, "Money isn't that important. Well, if you only worked in a better job, ask your family for money." Sam left for her parents' place. She's tried calling me a few times this morning, but truthfully don't have it in me right now to talk to her without being mad. Am I wrong, though? I understand she was trying to do the right thing, but what really upsets me about this is that she didn't even talk to me about this before giving Daniela the $110. It makes me feel like she doesn't see me as a partner. Edit. I realize I didn't add this in and I apologize. The money came from our joint account. Edit 2. This has gotten a lot of replies and I appreciate everyone taking the time to write their opinions. I will look into updating after I've spoken with Sam tonight. Everyone sucks here. The way you reacted wasn't cool and totally fed into her money equals sign fighting issues. That said, she needs to work through those issues because right now she's treating it as monopoly money with no real idea of how giving money away affects your shared goals. Also, is she working? Why doesn't she get a better job? Not the idiot. I think this is a pretty major red flag amongst a number of other red flags. Especially the bits about her telling you to get a better job / ask your parents for cash. Her attitude towards both money and talking about it are immature and will only bring more tension throughout the relationship. However, losing your temper and shouting/swearing is never cool, so you're almost everyone sucks here. But taking all that into account, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't lose my temper and swear in those circumstances.